someone saying hi, because that is
Right.
true, because even the Bible says that you can
Start
sin
right.
by just your eyes. You
Yes.
understand? So we get that.
The
We
Bible
get
said
that
if you sin
notion.
with your eyes, cut your eyes off before you go ahead and sin. Y'all hear
Right, but
that?
you can cut your eyes out. Right, but but I get that part. But this is my question to you. That you
Right.
are with someone and you have not made that person exclusive. And would you say that a conversation or emotional conversation, not so much as physical, because we already know and all of us agree physical is
It's
cheating.
cheating.
You
Yes, you can
touch, you grab, you pull, you're cheating. So I'm saying like
confiding
emotional.
in other people. Confiding in other people with the wrong intentions can be a form of emotional cheating. You can start off from a basic sense of friendship, very innocent friendship. You can start off that way, but it can definitely develop, especially if not considered exclusive. So there's no label and title on everything, so people know how to categorize their thoughts and feelings and their actions and behaviors while involved.
Mm-hmm.
It can definitely just be simply done with confiding and having that emotional connection and contact. Because within a relationship, that connection can die, and you can
Mm-hmm.
still want that from some sense of source or outlet. So it can be done that way.
Oh, okay. Okay, my main point was this, like if you are not yet exclusive with the person.
Right. But if you guys set boundaries of the commitment while being involved, like say if you're not yet exclusive, but if you guys have conversations about certain things and you guys have determined certain things about the union, again, you don't have to be per se exclusive. We are involved. We decide and discuss the limits and the boundaries or the relations that we're sharing. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be publicly known and exclusive on Facebook and social media if we
You ain't gotta be my Facebook boo.
right.
We ain't gotta be posting pictures.
You know what it is? We obviously involve our investment in each other. So even if we're not exclusive and public and wide open, it we know what we share together as we continue to
Okay,
structure.
so if that person now would go outside or
The
entertain
parameters
or
that you
get outside
set,
that parameters that you said, then you would say that
that's
it is
cheating.
cheating, even
Even
though
though
there
y'all
has
not
not,
exclusive.
even though there's not a label on your relationship.
This is why this has to be discussed. Because if you're a person who has that preference and you consider cheating to be that way, that's what cheating is to you, then
Mm-hmm.
if that other individual, if they agree with you, like, yeah, we see eye to eye on that, and we know we don't want that between us as we continue to engage and build our
Right.
relationship and structure it, then fine. Then that's an agreement. That's a commitment to each other, like an agreement. Like, okay, we have that understanding with each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we know how to act accordingly based on this understanding that we
Because
have
this is the
together.
reason why I asked that, because I have a reason for this, because I see people that's dating, especially with dating online, right? So this happens so often where the person start dating, they're getting to know one another,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a lot of emotional connection going on. It doesn't even have to be sexual or whatever, just a lot of emotional connection. But then you go to the person and you see that they kiki kaka with everybody.
For every Joe
With
Schmo.
every smoke, like they doing the most with everybody else, and you're looking like, wait, I thought
You still gonna
we.
cheat.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Things change. But if you meet someone who you know is a socially aggressive person, they're a very social person. That's just how they are naturally.
Right.
Then if you try to hold them to some regard on their natural way of being, then you're gonna start to think that
That is a sticky situation,
Right. So
though.
that's why their
yeah. So
language
you
of what
gotta know.
cheating
You
is
gotta
to them
understand.
has to
So
be,
it depends
yeah.
on the language, the content of the nature of the language that you can perceive
Right.
from what they're saying to each individual that they're interacting with. If it's proactive flirting,
Well, listen, boo,
then
let me tell you something. If me and you talking, and you used to kiki kaka with Tina, Tommy, Lisa,
She,
Venetia,
she telling y'all to cut it short, y'all. God no.
it's a wrap.
what is the nature of the conversation though? What are you perceiving in the content? Because someone can look at the words and they can think it's cheating, and honestly, that person
Well,
could be in the
to me,
mindset
let me just say this: we all are adults, right? We all
We're
are
adults.
adults.
right, right,
So therefore, I
Tina
should
said
not
not.
have to tell a grown man that, hey, you telling her that her ass look nice in that picture is inappropriate.
right.
You
Just
understand
just
what I'm
like
saying? Like I should not have
but it's
to
like
Look, he
like
said,
you over here. I'm not
you want to watch
listen.
your weight.
This is what you got to do. You just scroll. You look instead of how you used to hit the
double tap.
button. no more. You can look.
But don't double tap, y'all. Listen, she giving y'all hints out there. Do not double tap, you
Just
guys.
don't double tap. Don't hit the like. Don't even go comment. Hey, queen. Nothing. Just keep strolling.
Back on, falls back on communication, and it's literally for some people it's case by case. There are people who they have their set belief of what they believe and know cheating to be, so they act accordingly to their belief, but they don't communicate with the other person. With the other person sees
Yeah.
cheating,
Yeah.
and now you have
It's not a mutual
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah. They're not
It's
on the
like a
same playing
telepathic
field.
conversation. They expect
Yeah,
you
they're
to be
not on the same
telepathic
playing
and be like,
field.
listen, this is what it is, you know?
Even to talk about it, so they don't even have each other's idea in mind of what they think cheating even is. So there's no communication, there's no understanding.
Yeah.
There's no acting accordingly. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? How do you act accordingly if you don't even know what the
If you don't even know
No,
what the
what the-
playing fields
exactly.
are. Yeah, what
I
the
agree.
rules are on the game.
what they see is cheating? Right. You have to get an idea.
Yeah, no, yeah, that but Boo Boo, listen.
Boo Boo, listen.
You just keep
She said, hello,
strolling.
Boo Boo, listen.
If she cute, you tell yourself, you say self say
Mhm.
You like she cute, self you like but you keep strolling. That's it. That's fellas, that's what you do once you start dating, all right? So them little like buttons, cut it out.
All right, what's the next
So
question?
here's my next question to you.
Have women and men care about that. They don't mind a person going a little bit beyond what someone else's boundary might be. That you can't say anything. Don't even click like. Don't even look at it. Just scroll. Someone else might be like, I don't care if you say something about that. That's fine. You can have an opinion about that. Express yourself.
Express
Someone else might
yourself.
see things differently, but as long as your intention.
Oh, someone on my YouTube wants to know. Say that I like the guy that is speaking. Is he in a relationship?
Yeah, go. Where did you go?
I am myself not available. And honestly, that's a topic that's not on topic. Let's go back to
Listen, I'm just okay. He said my YouTubers, okay, he say he is not available.
He's not available,
All
you
right,
guys.
YouTube. I'm sorry. I know he sounds really good, right? But he's not available, YouTube.
The
All
question
right.
Sheila says, what are you fishing for? Likes and scrolls. Oh no.
Let me tell you, Sheila, some guys will bypass great relationships for, I will call it social media publicity. Just for the likes in the comments, and they will bypass great relationships. I'm sorry, I won't stab you. Just for the sake of that, Sheila. So yeah, it happens. They really like it. They
Let me ask you, do you scroll, because this is a topic. We're gonna make this a topic. Do you scroll, and being that you're not available, do you scroll like how she asked what for when you scroll? What do men, okay, I'm not gonna even put it on you. What do men, especially when they're in a relationship, what do they find, or why do they, first of all, the first question was, why do men cheat? What are some reasons that men cheat?
What are some reasons that men cheat?
Yeah.
Well, y'all said this wasn't going to be all about the men, so how?
Well, I'm
We're gonna
asking
ask
you,
the-
because
we're
I
gonna ask
don't
ourselves the
know.
question. You want to ask us? Go ahead.
You want to
shoot
ask
the
us,
question.
why do women cheat? I could tell you why some women cheat now.
There's a lot of reasons why anyone may cheat, but to focus in on some of the more common reasons why men cheat, definitely ego, satisfying the ego, loss of attraction in their spouse. Like they don't feel the same feeling that the person, they just look how they met them. You came into this with a banging bad body, but now you're looking like, you know what I'm saying? So
A
they
brown
lost their
paper
attraction.
bag.
The relationships, sometimes they grow apart. Just loss of interest and desire.
Then why don't y'all just leave? Why y'all cheat? Y'all bringing more pain to the situation.
Well, I know why they don't leave. I know why, people don't leave. Because even on a woman's notion, women don't just leave either. And me,
Right.
right. And me being, it used to be in relationships where there was unfaithfulness. I know why I didn't walk away when I know that my partner was being unfaithful. It was simply because I had obligations. I had responsibilities. I had the children. I had, things that was more important than me just walking away. So that's why we don't leave. And that's why at times they don't leave either, because they want to stay committed
to something
to
that's
the family.
KG, somebody wrote.
It's done in a physical sense only. It's not that person sometimes wants to just satisfy a sexual fantasy. They don't really want the reality of this individual that they've chosen to create some
Yeah.
sense of a possible soul tie with, right?
Yeah.
They don't want the reality of that individual. They just want to chase that fantasy because they can't have that fantasy within their relationship.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
KG, Sheila asked a question. I'm not sure if you see it, but she asked a question. She asked, "Have you ever cheated?" It's a two-part question. Have you ever cheated?
Have I ever cheated?
Yeah.
What's the second part to that question?
Who's the second part? You don't want to answer the first part yet? The second part is, if so, what was the reason behind it?
Ooh. Have I cheated? Yes, I have cheated. And
Thank you for your transparency.
that specific example that I'm referring to cheating, that relationship was a relationship that we didn't leave. We didn't leave. Everyone can start a relationship. Anyone loves to start a relationship. Not everyone knows how to end one. And at that time, I was about 21, 22. And why did I cheat? It was some of those reasons I just mentioned. It was a mixture of things. I'm one of those people in a relationship that I exhaust everything. You know,
Right.
I give everything before I get to that ugly nature of self where I may even do the step of cheating. You know what I'm saying?
Are you a Libra, KG?
I am a Libra.
Oh,
There
God.
we go.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Me and you will never part. Yes.
That relationship had a lot going on. Like sometimes when you're in a relationship and you stay past the point where you're supposed to leave, or you should have left, you could have left, it gets toxic. It becomes so dysfunctional. It's a toxic
Yeah.
way of living, and it's a silent suffering, or it could be a loud suffering. It could
Yeah.
be a daily misery. But the point is that you begin to your value of self begins to go down and down the longer you remain in that union, and that's when you may become more susceptible to like
Hi, Divine.
making those choices where you're checking out your ego. Because when you do introspection
Mm-hmm.
and you take a look at yourself and how your thoughts and your feelings are, how you're doing within yourself, and things just don't add up to what you want, you truly desire at heart.
Right.
You just make certain choices. So I definitely did that for a sense of ego, for a
Yeah.
sense of
Okay.
loss of attraction.
But there you go, Sheila.
But this is my next question to you. And of course, you can throw questions at us
At
as
us
well.
too.
Okay, so
Don't feel like we're jumping on you.
huh?
No, he's saying hi to Divine.
Oh, okay. This is my question to you. Can cheating have just cause? I think we kind
Like the
of
just cause reason?
yeah, like just the just cause. Like, can we make a reason? Can we really
Create
truly
something?
create something that sticks?
Well,
Yes.
that,
We can create a reason for anything.
exactly.
Like some that you just
You
like.
sneezed wrong. I'm gonna go cheat. Like,
Like people can do it. It's possible. You can just make a reason. Like you can create an excuse for anything.
But can they really be? Can cheating really be justified?
no.
Be justified? No. Honestly, to my own belief, I believe it's not justifiable
Thank
because
you,
you've always had a
God.
choice to do different or better. And that's an honest from the heart answer right there. Nah.
Yeah.
It's not. It's to me. I don't believe it's justifiable at all.
What about you? You think cheating is justifiable?
No, I don't think cheating is justifiable. Although I do believe
On the bottom.
that although it's not justifiable, I believe that there is sexual addiction problem, which is also
Oh, here we go again. Look. Oh my gosh. No. No.
Sexual addiction. You say sexual addiction.
No. We're not gonna go through these sexual. No. No.
You say sexual addiction. I say hypersexuality.
so you don't think sexual addiction is it can be a disease.
It's a disease. It's not a justification why you cheating. No. Y'all, I need my hoodie.
Hmm?
Yes, it can. It can. I look at it more as hypersexuality. I think a lot of people don't understand themselves in a deeper way of understanding their hormonal nature, their chemical balances, and on a deeper sense of self sometimes. So they kick into a drive where they get hypersexual at times. So some people are just they have a thing where you're naturally just hypersexual. You're just a like you don't even have you can blow a wind breeze can blow past your ear.
Listen, no, I don't think like
Depends on the individual.
the reason why I'm so passionate about this, her whole sexual addiction, we have visited this conversation before about sexual addiction, and she gives that as an excuse to do whatever the heck you want to do because you're addicted to sex or hypersexual. No,
I don't make it an excuse.
it don't work. I can't deal. I can't.
With what I know about individuals,
I'm very
in my
accessible.
history with the lifestyle that
I
I
am
used to
very
partake in,
accessible.
I can see where sexual
Baby.
addiction, but being
I'm very
accessible.
accessible. Baby, all you gotta do is
But there are individuals that will literally just have sex with their mate. So it's not about you being available. They will literally get off the bed with their mate, and Tina will call them on the phone, and they up and out and go meet Tina.
and that's justifiable because he has a disease.
It's not, no. I'm not saying that everyone
Like-
that does it have a disease, but
It's not justifiable.
it's not
at all.
justifiable, but I believe that there is that thin line between it being not justifiable and it crossing over to disease, to being an addiction. My Facebook is, come on, let me know what you think. If you
What you
think,
you really think?
yes,
Katie, come on.
guys, stop.
You really
see some
especially
comments.
since-
Let me know what you think. If you think that sexual addiction exists,
And that
let
would
me
justify
know.
the reason to cheat? No! No! I'm about to step left. Like, what the heck?
Let me take off these. No.
Be addicted to sex. There's different ways, and we have to be able to, again, identify with that person that they're addicted. If a person can't see their own addiction, they truly, honestly, just don't see it. They don't see it. So it's something that they have to do a sense of self-realization about. They have to really get it. Okay.
Like you said, sometimes they don't even know that they have the addiction. They don't even know because literally
not gonna
I
find out
know
with
of individual that will get up right from being, sexually active with one person, that very same second go out and go be with someone else. And it's not that the person they were with did not satisfy them. It's not that they did not have a release.
But you're
It's
not going
that
to
they
find
did
out
not
that you have a
It's
sexual
just-
addiction with me. That's the thing. I'd rather. Thank you.
So no matter what.
I didn't say sex addiction does not exist. It
But it will
doesn't
not exist
justify
in your book.
cheating. It does not justify it. I will not sit there and eat it. I will not. No, I will pray for you and let you go before I sit here and dwell and wallow in
No,
your
I'm not
mess.
saying that you're gonna dwell in it, you're gonna take it, you're gonna receive it, you're gonna no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is, does it even exist? Is that something that even exists in your book?
Sex addictions do
Yes.
exist.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you're gonna accept it.
But you're
like
making it
for
seem like
me,
it's justifiable. Like that's a
Not
justified
within-
reason to go sleep with other women. No.
No, but for it being an act itself, like the effect of it being an act itself, and it being part of a relationship.
I'll renege.
Like for me, I've been there, I've done that. That is one monkey. I'm not petting no more. But
I can't do the sexual addiction thing.
I
You're
can't
not
do
gonna
the
find
sexual
it. You're gonna
addiction.
go
The
through your
minute I see
denial,
that,
and then
I
when you
am
get that
gone.
epiphany,
Because I know
you're
that
not
is
gonna have it
something.
with me, honey.
yeah, I know it
I
is
can't
something that's
deal.
hard to deal with. I've been there, I've done that, and it's something that any woman or man, because these women out there, honey, are just as ruthless.
Yeah.
We are just as bad
Baby.
as these men.
They still gonna cheat.
Just as bad, honey. We will jump from Tom and go straight to David. I get it. I've seen it.
Hold on. Mindy says, I think on general, men and women cheat for different reasons, although not justifiable. The circumstances can sometimes be explained.
Yeah.
That's facts. That is definitely facts.
Yeah. It depends on
justifiable.
it's not justifiable, but there are reasons to why a person can be unfaithful that is beyond their control. Like there's some people, I guess you would classify it as a nympho. Like someone
That's
that
for it, so of course it is.
like that nympho, honey, gotta have it, must have it. Will lie, cheat, sell the mama TV, sell the cable. Can you sell cable?
Nah, bro. You can try to
That's
sell
how
them cable
bad it be.
boxes.
You sell the cable box, you sell the internet box. They'll do what they gotta do to get that thing. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, guys. So let me.
People need to understand themselves on a deeper level. Sometimes it's not just sex addiction. It's not just being a nymphomaniac. Sometimes it's not that deep. Sometimes it's someone's hormones.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's
No, hormones are not justified at all.
Hormonal cheating is
like if
definitely
you're
not
just like
I'm not saying hormonal cheating. I'm saying a person can be hypersexual.
hypersexic, yeah.
But that
Hypersexual.
makes it all the worse because I'm accessible. I'm there.
But see, you're
I
that
am-
type of woman. Not every woman is accessible. You know, there's some women that got that 3-minute schedule. Like, listen, you got 3 minutes. And if that man is someone that 3 minutes not gonna cut it for, then you know he gonna be like,
Listen,
okay,
I'm
Tina,
accessible. Listen,
are you accessible now, Tina?
no, I'm accessible. Come to my job I'm accessible.
Oh,
come see
girl.
about me. If you itching,
She
come
is
about
a
me.
mess. She is a mess.
Hold
but
on.
not everybody is. We have some comments.
Julie
Hold on a
says, no
second.
excuse for cheating. Don't waste my time or play with my heart.
That's
Hello,
it.
and
That's it.
Nolly.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hey, my love. Hi, Nah.
Says some men are just conquered.
Uh-huh.
So the more they lay, the bigger the
bigger
ego.
the ego.
The bigger their ego get, and it don't stop. Not exactly because they're sexually addicted.
Yeah.
So they're
And they
addicted
try
with
to
their
see how much they can
ego.
conquer.
Is there a difference being addicted with your ego versus being addicted sexually?
What do you mean?
Are you happy?
Well, yeah. Let me ask you that. Is there a difference?
I was wondering what happened.
Yeah, is there a difference because you know how you guys are saying it's an ego thing? It can be an ego thing. Is there
It's a checklist.
Is there a way you're more addicted with the ego than the sleeping around? Could that be it too?
Satisfying your ego can happen on different levels. It can happen in a sense of like, okay, I've been in this relationship for so long. Some men, they get to a point of like they feel stagnant within, or they feel sometimes it gets boring. Sometimes it's just a natural sense of boring. Then you just want to see you still got it. You want to see you still got it. Like I've honestly faced this in a relationship where I was in a long-term relationship and it was going on for over 3, 4 years, 5 years. And I got to a point where I'm turning people down, respecting the boundaries of my relationship. And one day, I'm not even gonna lie, I just gave in for the social moment to satisfy my ego, just to see if I could have got the woman's number, just to see. And I keep the number. Did I utilize the number? No, I did not. But it was an honest moment that happened, and I went back and I even told my ex about it at the time, my girlfriend. So I told her about it, and she laughed, and she, of course, felt some kind of way, but I was honest about it. You know what I mean? Like, I satisfied my ego real quick, just let you know. And she was just like, oh, wow, really? Okay, well, you told me about it, so, you know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't know how to respond to it when I communicated it. I mean, I told her myself. I tell her myself, I tried to.
Right.
Okay, we got 3. One from our YouTubers.
We have a YouTube comment.
Says
Hold on.
nymphomania is a pathology. We have no Hold on. Oh yeah. We have not factored God, the designer and the giver of sex, into this discussion. We can control our sex drive, but we don't want to, and we don't want God to. That's one.
Yeah.
Hormone does not justify cheating. People are possessed in different ways. A lot of people, it goes much deeper. People don't take the time to go deep into their spirit to figure out how give me a second, how they became addicted or possessed by the strongholds. They just give into it. Jude says, you will never find the right person until you realize that you're enough by yourself. Faraji said, ego definition plays a part. And lastly, Julie says, I think that it's kind of the same. That's why people cheat, because they want more, and more attention leads to never being enough. And you got to shout out Kiara Kelly said, KG!
Right, but but I mean, once we piggyback on, depriving one another, because that can be one of the reasons why the cheating
Deprivation?
happens, is deprivation. So it's like you be in a relationship and she don't want to give it or he doesn't want to give it. And that is like, for me, the number one reason why men do go out or women do go out, because they feel like they're not
being
being
deprived,
satisfied
yeah.
or they're being deprived in that relationship. So it does say in 1 Corinthians 7:5, do not deprive each other except
This
for
is in a
mutual
marriage
consent.
ground, right?
Marriage ground, of course, except for mutual consent and for a time, so you may devote yourself in prayer, then come together again, so that Satan may not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. So it's like, even if you are
you're gonna
in
be
that
lack of
relationship,
self-control.
even the Lord,
No, you got lack of self-control. Who am I to argue with the Lord?
Even the Lord said, like, you will be tested, like your eyes will get you to sin. So it's like we cannot deprive one another, and that is one of the number one reasons why I think people go and cheat. For me, that's the one reason I.
You think so? What's the number one reason?
I'm gonna speak on it from a male point of view.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very bluntly. Okay. So from the male side of things outside, right? So women have their period, right?
Right.
That
their
week,
menstrual.
that situation.
Yeah.
Right. So then it all depends what's going on. See, I've been in a relationship where I went 3 weeks back to back just off GP. Like, it was just off of the natural flow of everything, is what I mean. The natural flow of how things just happen. So period week happened. Then shortly after that, injured the groin. That was a whole another week and a half. After that, then something else happened, and I sat back like, whoa. I just really went through 3 weeks of nothingness.
Nothingness. Just nothingness.
Like, and she communicated about it. I expressed myself and everything, so there was healthy communication. But still, the satisfaction doesn't happen, and you have to try to like control yourself and dig in deeper and try to like keep yourself within, because she'll get back. Of course, everything will come back to normal, but you have to have that patience and everything needed in tow. So,
I mean, there's some men that cheat because she's on her menstrual. There's some men that just go out like, oh, you bleeding? Oh, yeah, they gone. They gone. So it's like some people have no self-control, no patience, or no understanding. I had a girlfriend of mine, like, she got ill, and that was one of the things that like really bothered her, because she had to have a complete hysterectomy. So any women that has gone through that or know of that, or in the medical field or whatever, that is a pretty aggressive surgery. Not only that, it renders the woman kind of like, deprived of her womanhood for a long time. And even after whatever, she feels like something. She's lacking something. And sometimes there can be hormonal imbalances. That thing ain't working like it used to get,
Hormones have to be considered. It's not
let me
all of that.
Let me
all
read
of
some
that.
Of these comments,
So you have that going on, and is and this is you. What is the understanding point on a man perspective of a woman able to perform? What would or the reaction should be for a man that is in a situation like that where the woman is not able to perform? Or do you think that is a reason for the man to go out if the woman is not able to provide sexual escape or sexual need to that man? Let's say she is ill.
Or he is ill.
Or he is
or
ill.
You are ill.
He's not able to perform.
You are unable to perform.
He's out for the count.
You're out for the count.
I think it's one thing. I think honestly it depends on the direction the idea is introduced. Because I know couples who discuss opening their boundaries of the relationship because of those reasons and factors in life that they have to face, they're facing as a means of compromise or resolve. You know what I mean? To keep their marriage or union or relationship alive and going. Temporary, it's one thing, but if it's long term, it's another thing. But within that being said, I've seen people who they discussed it, like the woman wasn't able to perform, and she offered it as an idea to the man, like, hey, introducing the idea of what we call cheating outside of relations with someone.
Or what they call open marriage.
Thank you. This is where people take certain steps with their sex life because it's healthy for them and their.
That's what happened to Abraham.
End up with an Ishmael.
Ended up with an Ishmael.
Yeah.
And that's what the swinger
When his Isaac was on his way.
swinger life, and polygamy and all that stuff comes into play. It's levels to it, but
Right,
Let me read some of
right.
these comments, girl.
make these decisions consciously because it serves them in that satisfying way on that level for their sex life.
Right. Okay.
So we have some comments. Marcus said cheating is played out. Settle down, take trips, get money, be happy together. Facts.
Hey. Yes, Marcus.
People should understand that the grass is not greener on the other side, and that cheating will not lead them to find a perfect partner. Lyric says everybody has tendency to cheat. Temptation, no matter what it is the underlying cause for why people justify it no matter if they have an addiction or not. I agree completely. It doesn't justify anything. Martine says, I don't think so. People cheat because of lack of people
Self-control.
cheat because of lack self control. She has a KG, this is a comment to you. She has a whole other hole. She has a whole other hole.
KG.
She has a whole nother hole.
She has another whole cage.
Another hole. We're not gonna say that 1, 3, 4, 500 times though. Martine says, but that's like having a baby. Wait 6 weeks. If your man doesn't understand that, then he has issues.
Mm-hmm.
Rodney says sometimes you may want to love someone, but that person is not meant to be your life partner. It's just like finding your purpose in life, the freedom of choice. That's what's granted to us. Sometimes take away. Sometimes takes us away from our true soulmate. I agree. Divine says everything we do by choice is mental and emotional. What we want, what we need. Hold on. It is all choice at the end of the day. If you want to give it to someone, give it to God, and you will be guided to the. This keep happening. Give me a second. Give it to God, and it be guided to that person who you can unleash on.
Yeah.
Facts and facts and facts and facts. Divine
Thank
facts.
you guys.
Facts,
Yes.
facts. Divine. Thank you.
Yeah, without a doubt. Because I believe that cheating
I
is
have
a
a question.
choice. Yeah. What question do
I
you
have a question
for me?
for both of you guys.
Oh, okay.
Do you guys believe in hall passes?
Okay, sorry, I don't speak slang.
Hall passes. You know, you
Hall
need a
pass.
permission slip to walk the halls. You need a permission slip to step out of your situation. Like there are some women and some guys in marriages or whatever relationship that gives their significant other, here's a hall pass. You can go ahead and engage.
Get out of jail free card. Only if it comes with a get out of jail free card.
Only if it comes with a get out of jail free card. See, we're not putting more cards. You only get one card.
Do you see my face? You see?
She didn't speak.
I noticed that's why I got quiet. All that, yeah. That exists in some relationships and some marriages is a healthy transaction of how to handle it.
Healthy?
Sexual. Some people view
Permanent suspension, outdoor suspension pass.
Right.
She said you get a
Outdoor,
permanent suspension.
permanent. You're gonna change schools and all. You're gonna go to your school district.
Okay, so as a man, I've been offered in previous relationships, I've been offered hall passes, what we are calling hall pass. It honestly played on that individual's sexual fantasy. So you see what I'm saying? What is the nature behind the situation? What are the circumstances? What are the factors? Is it always a negative? Sometimes not. People really view it as a resolve to how they want to handle the relationship.
Divine says what that he wants.
She wants to watch. Some people are into this. This is what they desire. So do they live for their happiness? You know what I mean? Do they?
I'm still dead over here.
She did.
I'm back.
I just want to see.
Keep in mind, we're adults. We've been there. We've done that. We've seen things. We've been part in things. You know, we're participating in things. Maybe there's a very small handful of us have experienced, menage a trois or threesomes or whatever.
There's a
I
lot of
get
people
that.
who needs to learn how to play monogamy.
Yeah, but there's a very, because nowadays it is so out there and everybody wants to know what it's like to be part of, want to be in the same room, want to watch. Like everybody kind of want to have their fantasy filled in somehow or whatever. So I get that. I guess that's where the hall pass would come in for some people. No.
For you, it's a no. It's a no, dog. For you, it's a no, dog.
No, dog. You ain't getting no hall pass, nothing. You want to see Susan? I got 20 wigs in my closet.
She will
You'll
be the
see.
Susan.
I'll be Susan. I'll be Mary. I'll be whatever. No hall passes. No.
Facts, but that's what I'm saying. See, it's what's going on within the parameters of your relationship.
Being said that, you would.
Sexual.
What I'm hearing is you would receive a hall pass if it's given, right?
I'm not asking for hall pass.
No. I'm not saying you're asking for. No, I'm not asking. I'm not saying that you. If it's given to you, you would receive it.
If it's offered to me,
Offered.
I've had it. I've faced it, and I did not. I turned it down.
Okay. Now that was the question. Offering it to you, would you offer it out?
Would you give a hall pass?
No, we're not doing that at all.
Such a man. The typical man. Typical man. You'll consider getting a hall pass, but you ain't giving one. Right?
I'm gonna give you the same look you have. I have my own look. I'm looking like
You go give him that Libra look. What is this?
Wait. At the end of the day,
Goodness.
Lyric says at the end of the day, it keeps home or keep it to yourself. That's how people get sexually transmitted disease, including HIV. I added that into your comment. Sorry. When the cost is presented, they have a regret. Then after a negative occurs in something felt was something was felt from a positive moment. If it works for y'all, I received them in a hall pass, but I know not to ask for one now. Okay,
so let me ask you this question. This is my next question with this whole cheating thing, right?
cheating.
Now, let's say that the cheating getting out of hand. No matter what you do, or no matter if she's not stopping, he's not stopping, or whatever's going on. This is my question to you, KG. Would you or should you express that cheating situation to a parent, a mother, a sister, a pastor, someone, kind of like expose the situation to other people? Or should you just keep it indoors behind, how people say, let your business be your business, keep your business at home, what happens stays at home, what happens at home stays at home? Or if you really have no control
over the situation,
like you've lost all hope,
somebody,
would you invite someone else to come in and be a mediator or a counselor to that situation, whether it's a parent or a pastor or whatever?
Within a marriage, to save, if it means to save the relationship, before I take the choice is possibly considered of ending the marriage, of a divorce or something of nature like that. It can be a necessary step. I do believe in therapy, like relationship therapy and certain things. Reaching out to a pastor, a very strong spiritual leader of some sense that you have a strong relationship with, a long-term relationship with, that knows you. You don't know very well. You trust them, and they're not going to just spread your business. It all depends on the people you have in your network, in your circle. You know what I mean? That you can stand on for support within your marriage. Each other with God is all you need, but some people sometimes they don't have that deeper faith. They're already in the marriage and their faith hasn't evolved to that sense where they can comprehend that connection.
Okay, well, even if it's not a pastor, if it's not a religious decision, but what if it's a parent, a mother or a father, or auntie, the best friend, if they're not married, which hopefully to be in that type of relationship and you're being sexually active,
Yeah.
Of course, this is a Christian show and we talk about, celibacy and all of that, but that's not the case with most of our watchers and so on and so
Viewers,
forth,
yeah.
our viewers. So if you are in a relationship and you're not married, would you invite a friend, a best friend, or somebody to come check homie out, or to come talk to the girl, like, yo, like, talk to your girl, man, she tripping.
Not to speak for me. I wouldn't have anyone speak for me. That me personally, if I'm going to address my mate, I'm going to speak. I'm going to do what I got to do to check myself and everything. But I can seek some sense of open idea to counsel. You know what I mean? To some sense of counsel for someone for their wisdom or experience or some sense of understanding. But as far as them sitting down outside of it being specific people, not my mom. Certain people you have to know them. It's like so not everybody has that mom, has that person, that family member. Not everyone has that good relationship. You know what I mean? To open
Okay,
that personal business up
but
that
would you
relationship and
recommend
everything.
it?
Nah,
No.
I wouldn't
So it
recommend
would,
it.
if for you, it would be
In-home thing.
in-home thing. It would be an in-home situation to resolve.
Initially, I would start there. I would hope that what we have together in this union is strong enough that we can at least start there before we open up anything, if that's even considered. You know what I mean? Like we should have it. We made it to the point where in a relationship, marriage, our communication, and certain fundamental things have to be at a certain point.
Okay.
For me
Well, I think
personally,
this is where we're gonna disagree a little bit, honey. Because for me, I'm like you. Like I'm in. I'm fighting. I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you. I'm fasting for you. I'm laying out booger crying. Lord Jesus, fix him. Like I'm going in 110% in a home, doing everything, saying everything, doing the wig, doing whatever. Who you want today, Sheila? Okay, here she. Like I'm putting in the work to get your mind right, and with the hope that that person would stop being unfaithful, but to the point where there's nothing else for me to do. Like
if that's the point we're discussing specifically there,
yeah,
Yeah.
then I'm following you.
Yeah.
To the point
yeah,
there.
to the point
Where there's
where
nothing
I've
left.
put in 110%. I've done all that I can, and you're
Receptive.
not receiving what I'm doing. You're on that. Well, I'm doing me, and you can't. Like I got the hall passes, and you can't get one. you
So
know,
basically, this is like the last regard,
this
last
is
ditch
kind of
effort
like the
is
last
what
dish
you're
effort. Yeah.
coming with. Yeah. I would attempt, yes, to save the union. I would attempt that. Once I've exhausted myself and what I can do, yeah, I would try to. But
Okay.
is it my initial step and approach? No, not initially.
Your
I'm gonna
initial step is
start
like
Yeah.
hers. You
what
do
I
what you
gotta
would
do.
at
I do what I
home.
got to do at home
Right.
first and try to
Do what I
fix
gotta
it.
do. If at that point they're still not receiving what I'm trying to get across to them, they're still not adjusting
Then
to
you'll
change
go
and
ahead and
being
reach
better for
out.
themselves, then I would try to reach out before canceling out that union or disengaging.
Right.
Of
Okay.
course.
Okay. Yeah, because I believe that that can make sense. It can make a difference. Some people, not everybody.
Not everybody.
Right.
I've been in that
Mm-mm.
situation with a particular relationship where I did reach out to mom and I reached out to dad, and
Womp
I was
womp.
like, listen, like I'm about
Mm.
to, I'm going.
Mm. Ah.
Like this, he got 2.27. I'm not doing this, and they were not receptive at all. And
I
actually,
see.
even the family members was not able to see it through.
Receptive, right?
Yeah, they didn't receive it.
Right.
They're like, well, you a Christian, you gotta stay. I said, says who? So it's really it's really hard when you see you're putting in 110% in that person
And
to be faithful, and you're going in and you're putting in the time and you're putting in the hours and you're putting in the prayer and you're putting in the work,
yeah,
and that person is not. It's like they figure you're not going anywhere
they
you
get
know
complacent in the
Right.
thought that you're not going
There's
anywhere.
people
yeah,
who cry bloody murder, like their relationship is at that point where they've tried that much and they really didn't try at all within themselves. Even saying they didn't do all that work, where you and I would probably take that necessary step. Some people don't really take that step within
Yeah.
yeah,
themselves and praying and all these things, and they say they did because of the pain and the suffering, they're going through the motions of it all,
right.
but they feel like they have, and it's not true. So then they break away.
Mm-hmm.
They leave without trying. And wait, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Someone knocked at the door. But so yeah,
Yeah,
they leave without doing that further step, and they never really get to see what it's like to experience that level of nature of situation, and them actually trying to do more within self. You know, towards the
exactly,
situation that less. But it all
exactly.
depends on the person.
Yeah, and
to
Adina.
yeah, I was just gonna say, Adina,
Mhm.
you just have to find somebody who's not biased.
Yeah.
Like a
Adina
lot
said
of
no, no, they be on the other
other
person's
person's
side.
side.
Yeah, especially when they're parents. You know, that's one thing I noticed that when they're parents, you know, they're like, oh no.
It depends on the parent because, to be honest, if me and whomever I'm with, my significant other or
Oh, my
whatever,
mama will give
go
you the
to
business.
my mom would chastise me if I'm wrong.
My
Wrong
mom
is
will
wrong.
give you the business.
You know, my mom would be like,
yeah.
no, Jenny,
You're
Tade,
wrong.
listen,
This is what you
listen.
need. Yeah.
You did this, Jenny, you're not good. You know you're not good, Jenny.
Yeah.
My mom would
yeah, no,
tell
my
me
mom will
this.
do that. But I
And then here you
realized
go,
that.
my significant other's gonna be sitting back with a smile on his face, like I told her.
Yeah. No, my mother would let us know exactly, that we're wrong.
So you have to find somebody who's not gonna be biased
but
in the situation.
There are parents that are not.
that are very, yes, you
so
know.
yes, Adina.
Based on similar occurrences, this is how you kind of get if they're going to be biased or not. Based on similar occurrences, what ends up happening is they already contribute what side they're going to be on if they're not going to be biased, if they're going to be on their child's side. So you kind of get from previous occurrences how to filter out who to go to.
Yeah.
So
and I remember like one particular parent, without cutting you out, like one particular which I did.
Which you did.
One particular client, I mean client. One particular parent. You know, when I did go to her at one time and I said, hey, this and this and this, she looked at me, she said, well, what are you doing? Like,
because when you point the finger, when someone comes to you with a certain type of story, when you're not emotionally involved into the situation on a certain level, and you kind of see more of the what's more into the detail of their perception of everything, you kind of get an idea. Okay, this person is telling a story that's only pointed at everyone else but themselves.
Yeah.
So when I hear from my personal stuff, when I give a friend or close person advice, I say straight up, I say, okay, well, I'm going to point the finger at the only person that's not getting pointed at.
Right.
So let's start there. Let's see what we can talk about with you first. Let's see what we discover in yourself first, because you're seeking help, right? So it's for you. So let's talk about you. Everyone else is not present.
Right.
You know what I mean? So why are we going to?
Or even
it's not a fair conversation.
To piggyback on that too, with her the parent said, what are you doing? A lot of the times, and this is playing devil's advocate, a lot of the times we tell our truth.
Oh yeah, that's like I say, it was 3 sides to every story.
Right, we tell our
yours,
truth.
mine, and then the gospel truth.
You know, and the thing is, people are so used to telling them what they're lacking, forget what they're doing inwardly to contribute to what they're lacking, right? So, for instance, myself, back in them days, like I said, I used to be
throw them back in the days.
I had to throw them back in the days because you know you learn from it. You kind of learn from it. You do those self evals and things like that, and you learn from it.
Okay.
So back in the days, it was he didn't like me, and he wouldn't text me, and he wouldn't do this, and he wouldn't do that, and they're like, okay, that's what he didn't do, but
what
did you text him? Did you write him? Did you? And I'm like,
did you shoot your shot?
But it don't matter what I did. It's what he didn't do, you know? So we get so fixated on the you, and we forget to say the I syndrome, you know?
Yeah. But this is my next question to you. When is enough enough?
Ooh. Big question.
And what, a marriage?
Yeah.
Marriage, relationship, any.
I think for anyone, I think there comes a point where people have this, like, it's kind of like the feeling you feel like you're on the edge of that, some sense of the cliff within yourself, metaphorically speaking about it, where you just know, like, this is it for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you come to a realization and actualization where you just know you just have nothing left. There's not, if you push any further, it's going to be detrimental to your own health and your own well-being more than what it already has been. And you just have to pick yourself at that point. You have to pick yourself at that point. And that's where you just jump. You jump.
When is enough enough for you? When is enough enough for you, Jenny?
2 left turns. Wrong left turn. No, I'm just like.
When is it enough for you?
No, when is it enough for me? I feel as though I agree. Once it starts to trigger your health issues, once it starts to stress you, rob you of your happiness, rob you of your happiness, robs you of your sanity, robs you of your just your mental state, because everything start off at a mental, and then it starts to deteriorate everything. So once it begins to tear down into your mental, it's like, okay, this man making me crazy. I'm about to go get a knife, and I don't want to do that. I think it's time for me to go.
I gotta say knife.
It's time for me to go, because it's either I'm gonna hurt him, he's gonna hurt me, or I'm gonna hurt myself inwardly. So I think it's time.
I agree.
Where I say, what are my choices? What are my choices? Is my choices to sacrifice my freedom? You know what I'm saying?
Bruh,
Yeah.
I got kids.
You have to understand, what are your choices at this point? Like, do you have anything left? Ask yourself, and whatever you answer to yourself will be what it is. You know what I mean? If you don't have it, you don't, and you have to be honest. You know what I mean? Some of us, we were raised seeing a dysfunctional relationship continue on for a longer point in time, so we have adapted that,
that dysfunction as a norm.
You're right. We have an outlook and thinking that the relationships are supposed to go this way longer, but realizing that no, it's actually, we need to leave.
Yeah, I agree. I know for me, both times that I did exit my marriages were because they were becoming detrimental to my health. It was detrimental to my health. And I believe, the last time I was hospitalized and my blood pressure shot it up, and I was like,
we were all crying.
Like that was the wake up call for me. It's like I'm at the hospital and I'm like, I'm laying here not because I'm unhealthy, not because, like there's something, this is stress. And it is stress that I don't have to, endure. So that was the reality check for me. It was like a reality check for me. And once it gets to that point where you are mentally, emotionally, physically sick,
yes,
and I'm thinking like, oh my God, I'm gonna leave my babies. I got 5 kids. I'm leaving my 5 kids behind. Like those are little
trigger points,
lights that comes on like, okay, girl, like, which one, the Libra balance kicks in, like, balance your scale, girl. Balance your scale. Which one is more important to you or not?
It all depends, because again, enough is enough when you don't have anything left. I think people who push their self to the point where they have nothing left, like literally nothing, it's a point where you've taken a big gambling risk.
Yeah.
You may have gone too far. And now something about you may never be the same.
Yeah, that's what Divine said.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Divine said enough is enough is when I have nothing else to give. I'm a ride or die, so am I.
Yes,
but I cannot. And I will not die while riding the end. Okay?
Yes. Yeah. No, definitely. Once you have nothing else to give, once you have no more excuses that you would make for the person, because at times we stay in because we make the excuses for them. It's not even them. They don't even make excuses no more.
They be like, what's our excuse for today?
They don't even make excuses anymore. It's like, and you'll make it for them. Oh, well, maybe I did this. And that goes back to, narcissism, because there's some people that are really great narcissists, like really, really awesome at what they do, where they will make you feel like you did something wrong to be in the situation that you're in.
Right.
Like you did this. So
it's your fault.
It's your fault I'm cheating. It's your fault I'm unfaithful.
Because you did not cook a 5-course meal and have my wine ready.
You only gave me a 2-course meal.
because you went to bed.
Tina over here want to make me a 5-course meal.
Because you went to bed with your hair tied and a moo-moo.
I cheated because of that. So it's your fault. Yeah, always looking for a reason or whatever. But I do agree. Enough is enough when you have nothing else to give. And the only thing that's left, the only thing that's left is your your life, basically. Your life. Yeah, no, definitely. Okay, so this is my next question.
Then you got more questions?
I have one more, and then it's our final thought, and then we can pull it to an end, and we'll get a final thought from the
did you have any questions?
Did I have questions? You know what? honestly, I had questions, but it's like both parts of the topic. Let's get to see this last question because I
Okay, okay. Here's my last question. Um, okay. What if you are with that person? So this same person that has been completely unfaithful to you, and you have let them go. They're gone. And then now they're coming back, and then they're saying, I've changed. But you've noticed a change. Would you take them back?
Well, I have a very, a very structured process to a take back. If I do honestly consider a take back, if I'm taking you back, honestly, I would consider a take back depending on how the nature of the situation, how everything turned out, the outcome. But to take someone back, it's a new relationship. It's a new relationship. I'm not looking at it as just like, okay, this is the same old, same old. If you can't walk into this and restart and start a new relationship, let's start this differently. Let's do what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because we have that history and we know. So I've taken someone back before and it worked as far as the phase of point of taking back. But when time set in, who I was, my lifestyle, her lifestyle, the truth still showed itself. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you can mean well, you have the price attention, you want it, desire it. It doesn't mean that it's gonna work. Not necessarily.
Okay. Would you take someone back after they've been unfaithful? And this is like, you broke up, you're gone, and then now it's like they have repented. But you can see the change. This is not like someone he's just popping back and you don't see the change. But you've seen the change. You can see something
Right.
is different about this person. Would you reconcile?
I will wish you all the best.
Yeah, some people they draw that line. Again, it depends on the nature of how things turned out. If you were like a habitual cheater, nah, of course. Me personally, no. But if you were a person that, if say if there was a sense of cheating that was not sexual, right? It wasn't sexual. Let's say it was emotional cheating I caught on to. You know what I mean? And the relationship of emotional cheating, for example. It depends on the nature of the circumstances. If it's that detrimental, then I'm not turning back. But if it's something that I can work with, then I'll work with it personally.
I know you said no one is perfect. Listen, let me tell you why I would not take this person back. And I'm sorry I wouldn't take this person back. Let me fix my I don't have a hoodie today, you guys. So this is the seriousness part. I don't want to take off the chongas for y'all to take me serious right now. The reason why I wouldn't take this person back, one, I don't go back to eating my the same mess that I vomit.
Proverbs.
I'm not gonna do that. Two, if I took as long as I needed to take to emotionally drain you out of my system, physically drain you out of my, did my boohoo crying in tears after you, did my woo saws and found Jesus after you. I won't be able to do it again a second time if you mess up. So it plays along with fear as well, that you're possibly able to mess up because you showed me your capabilities before. Right? Last reason I wouldn't take you back. And I will pray for you. I will wish you well. I will say you change for the best for the next woman. But because the thing about my space,
Your circle.
the way my space
Your
work
bubble.
out, the way that my bubble works out.
It looks serious.
It's serious. The way that my bubble works out, I'm not penetrated very easily, and I have a great spirit of discernment, and I don't trust really well in different situations. If you allow me to lose trust for you, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And the way that I work out, just like how I said last show, go to my associates, go to one of them to come to me. It's the same situation. Don't, because I won't trust the words that you say. And it's not because I don't trust you in individual. I don't trust your actions. I don't trust your spirit until God says, this is your mate. The cloud is brown. The cloud is brown. And you come to me with that message like, listen, before you tell me to go away and you're going to pray for me, Jesus told me to tell you the cloud is brown. Does that
Okay.
resonate with you? Yes. Okay.
So you need a sign from the Lord
to return back to my
return
vomit.
back.
Mhm.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I would not. I would pray for you
I'm.
and wish you well. But we won't be playing that second situation after years too. You could probably catch me after like 2-3 months. I still probably won't be out, fully exhausted of you.
Yeah.
I'd probably be like, okay, he changed, But after I know I've digested all of you, broke all the soul ties of you, break everything, bondage and chain of you.
I get that.
Come
For
on.
me, I think I'm with you the same. I think time plays a big role on the returning process for me. If we are broken up for a month, 2 months,
You
we're
could
going through
probably ease it
counseling.
up,
Yeah, we're going through counseling. We're seeking counseling where we're meeting the right people, and we see and I can see really truly that there is a change. There is a new mind. There's a new spelling in you that's a bit different than the person that I knew before. I would, consider reconciliation. But
Nothing wrong with that.
yeah, but if it's time, if we've been splitted for about 7 months, a year, or whatever, and I'm watching you, because even for me, like I'll be observing you. No, I'll be observing you because the change can be there, but there can still be residues.
Yes. Trust.
You understand? You can be a changed person, but it can still be little trademarks, little residues, little things that are still in you that can always make me think twice about, have this person really changed? Because they can change who their actions, but they haven't changed their character. Does that make sense? So the person can have a renewing of the flesh, but not a renewing of the mind. Because anybody can fake the funk, and some people can fake the funk for a very long time. For a very, very
long time.
So when you have that person that's like, well, baby, I changed. I'm this, I'm that. Now I'm this, and I got this, and I got that.
And they 5 weeks later,
and then because some of them can pull it for longer than 5 weeks, they can pull it for a year, they can pull it for 2 years, they can fake the funk for as long as they can fake it to regain your trust.
Until something triggers it.
And then once they gain your trust, they're right back to the same thing. Okay, well, I got her where I want her. Now she's 5 kids in. Now she ain't going nowhere. Like she's.
That sounds like self. Self says
no.
That's
so you get all these things, and so you have to now really think twice about the reconciliation process, because you're like, wait a minute, is this person now coming back with good intentions? Are they going to fake the funk? Like, what is it that they're bringing to this table that will make me even consider taking them back? Especially if they were habitual at what they were doing.
Yeah.
This was not like a, if they were unfaithful, this was like,
this was every other month.
No, this was a straight disrespectful, in your face, don't care, just like really nasty person. Yeah, so that is someone that you really have to think twice about. That's someone that I would not reconcile with, because their healing process does not take, someone like that, their healing process does not take
3, 4, 5 months,
3, 4, 5 months, a year. No, that healing process takes a little longer because they have a lot of demons to shake. So that's where I'm at with that.
Tom tells a lot. Tom tells a lot. My thing is to touch on and piggyback what you mentioned. That reconciliation process is a very strong, serious consideration. It's something that you have to really sit with yourself and make a real, conscious as possible decision.
Okay.
If you really want to
Exactly
cross that path. That person, again, this is not something that you want to take very lightly or just simple-minded because they're attractive.
Exactly.
So remember from the old relationship, some of those flashbacks, those sexual. Amped up and anxious about it. You have to keep a conscious
Of
mind.
course.
I agree.
Yeah.
I believe in it, but it takes a lot. Though. It would take a lot for me to really seriously consider it.
Yeah.
People do change, and I do believe in people that can change. That they can. But
they can.
You have to know change. You have to know change to be able to identify.
Exactly.
Else.
That
Exactly.
could change. Everybody could change, but
Exactly.
unfortunately, it will not be.
Yeah,
for
but
me
you're gonna
that
be
you
changed
change.
from over there. I'll see you.
I'll pray.
I'll be rooting for your
I'll
next
pray for you.
relationship. I'll walk in your
I'll
wedding.
pray for you.
I'll come. You
I'll
invite
keep
me,
you in
I'll
the
come.
spirit.
But yeah, but all of that, is really hard. It's easier said than done as well, because you have people that are emotionally connected to one another,
Soul
and
ties.
they have these soul ties, and they want the best. They want to see the best out of that person. They're like, oh my God, they're going to change. Oh my gosh, she's going to change. Oh my
Right.
gosh, she's gonna be faithful now, and she's gonna be this perfect woman. And we want the best.
We want it so much, and then we kind of
We
start
create it in our mind.
we start to
We
turn those blind
hallucinate.
eyes, like,
Yeah,
oh,
we
I didn't see he
hallucinate
talk
all that thought in.
first, and then you do that blind eye, like, oh, I didn't see him talking to that girl on the counter. Oh no, I didn't see her. Like,
They were just talking.
they're just talking. That's
He done
nothing.
slipped that number like he did 20,000 times before.
Grabbed on the girl booty and everything. No, that was nothing.
I got one question.
What's up?
Okay. You got one question for us?
Or so emotionally cheap or physical. So we're gonna do a tell-all conversation back and forth between the genders on how things play out. With a subjective.
Dang. Okay.
Okay, what are the signs
Signs that a woman
is
is
emotionally
cheating. Ladies, start giving us some answers.
Come on, ladies. You heard the man.
You
Don't
heard
get
the
quiet
man.
now. Don't get quiet. Okay,
Okay.
so go ahead.
So signs of somebody who's emotionally cheated, when the communication between
woman.
Yes, a woman. When the communication between each other has started to die
Diminish.
down or diminish. You who you talking to if you ain't talking to me? What the hell? Like, right? Some of the habits starts to differ from what you're what you're used to now a new norm for her. Like, why all of a sudden, like, if you know you got a girl and she barely wear makeup, like probably twice a week she wear makeup. Now every day she going to work, she putting on some a new face. She putting a whole new face.
She's
Be like,
beating the heck out of that face.
do one of these, right?
It's hard though because women do things like, okay, I don't feel so pretty this morning. Let me put some makeup on. Like,
Okay, but the thing is,
how can a guy tell when it's
you as a guy, if you're into a situation,
or
you as a guy, you'll know, you as a guy, if you're in a relationship or if you're in a situation, you will know, you'll start to see the habits that she has. You'll start to see around the times that she would want to wear more makeup, when her face breaking out because her cycle is about to stop, or you'll see those different types of habits. You understand? So once you get accustomed to the habits, once those habits starts to change, that's when you're like, okay, I see something different in you.
what about code switching? When my partner comes around and the person you're cheating with knows how to code switch with you to speak a whole nother language.
Those secret hidden lingos.
The cheating and the lying, the deceitful, what's going on. So that friend, cousin, oh no, that's just the guy that blah blah blah. You know what I mean? So how can men identify?
I don't think you can identify, especially if it's an internal code switching
The
situation.
code switching is hard because
hard.
even with the guys, you guys have your code switching as well.
That's called the bro
So the
code.
bro code, right? So it's like, with us women, even if we have the code switching, it's not something that, you can really elaborate on, or you can like really say, this is what it is.
Because you
You
can't
really
identify it for what it is because you don't know the lingo or you don't know that code.
Yeah, so because everybody have their own different code. What might be my code with her might not be what the code is for somebody else, another two sisters or
Like for
whatever.
say, and this is totally an example. If I go to her, right? That's probably a code for her, but how could you identify that that's a code?
She just coughed.
All right. So okay, so have you both ever cheated? No, have you both ever cheated? And if you have, emotionally cheating, please share how did you emotionally cheat? What did you do that would be fall under emotional?
For me, because I'm not a cheater, I'm not a physical cheater. But when I did when I was in my relationship and I knew that my mate was being unfaithful, I did entertain conversation with other
Cheating.
people. that was my way of cheating. I wouldn't meet with anybody. I wouldn't go out with anybody. I wouldn't, whatever. But if someone wanted to be on the phone with me and kiki kaka, I would entertain the conversation.
We call that agreeing.
Because for me, it kind of like what you said earlier today, like it made you felt like, okay, let me see if I still got it. That reality check, like, let me see if I can still, wait, this nigga keep cheating on me. Wait, let me see if I still got it going on. Like, what's the deal? Like, can I still pull Tom over here? Yeah.
Nah is giving you some props. He said he just switched on the opposite sex. My nipple.
Yeah, no, I told him he could come for me. I'm good. I'm transparent. I'm good. So that was my thing because
reasons for emotional cheating. Reasons. Why are you emotionally cheating? What was that man doing within his relationship?
Okay, so
the reason for me to be emotionally cheating with someone else is because he was being unfaithful.
He was
physically, emotionally, mentally, sexually, financially, every he was doing. He was doing every and I was just like, I'm not the type that give myself to other people while I'm in a relationship. I'm a one woman type of man. Type of woman. I'm a one man type of woman. So for me, I don't get involved like that. Physically, I'm not giving my body away to nobody.
Right.
But for me, I had to kind of like try to build my self-esteem, I guess it was. Like, try to see, okay, Nancy, like, what is there something wrong with you, So I had to like bring myself back. And the way for me to do that, I did that at that time in that situation was that I entertained conversation. So if somebody jumped on my DM, was like, girl, you look cute, I'll be like, Kiki, thank you.
For me, have I ever emotionally cheated? Yes, I have. I emotionally cheated, finding confining in somebody else during a bad time in my relationship, and the reason why was because at that time, not far from it, I was being cheated on.
Okay.
Look, it's a typical story. You get cheated on, so you find emotional outlet
somewhere else.
Unfortunately, I didn't want to kill the person that cheated on me. So
you're so brutal. Like you want to stash, you want to.
He's done. Oh. So I'm gonna finish answer that question though. So with that being said, I decided, let me go ahead and confide to somebody else about what's going on. And little did I know that person was like legit waiting to shoot their shot or waiting for my dude at the time to slip. So they call it the slip because, everybody on the friend list is right. The friend zone is waiting.
They're waiting to slide right in.
So with that being said,
they call me, please.
With that being said, I decided to go confide in somebody, and it actually led to me physically cheating. I kissed this person again. After kissing this person, I immediately told the person that I was with, like, this is what happened, and that was salvaged right then and there when I exposed myself to this person about what had happened,
right,
and the circumstances that led to it happening. So It was just to confide in somebody because you always have to talk to, like, you want to talk to somebody, and I didn't initially go to him thinking that we were gonna
do it
or me even be emotionally, but it goes to a point where you find yourself talking to somebody and they would never do this. I
caught up in the moment.
You're like, oh, for real.
That's what you guys do. That's the first thing y'all do. We come to y'all for some advice, and then the next thing you hear, like, I would never do that to you.
That's girls too.
Because what kind of chick she is? She did what? She's not cooking.
She's arguing all the time,
all day, every day.
Here it is. Y'all arguing all the time. Dang, I went and argued.
I don't want to argue like that with
you. She ain't treating you like a man, baby. I got you.
She don't know what kind of man
she ain't giving you respect. I got you. I will respect you. And then all of a sudden, you out of a situation.
you get with her, and then you're like, wait, you worse than the
the
one.
I just whole life left this woman for you, and you whole life.
You worse than her.
Wait a minute.
At least she made me a 2-course meal.
Let me
You
call
don't
her
cook
back.
at all.
Hold on, let me call her back, see if she's still take my calls. Hello. Please. I miss you. What you doing? Send me a pic.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
But anywho,
yeah, that was awesome. That was
definitely
awesome. That was awesome. KG, I again, I thank you, my love. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I think that was his
for
last question.
coming. That was his last question, I believe. And
That's what he said, yeah.
thank you for watching, and thank you, KG, for.
KG, you
oh
did
my
awesome,
goodness, I love him. I love him. I love him to pieces. We're Libras. That's your girl.
That's my hoodie for today. Like, I can't with you guys. Okay?
Oh my goodness. So Jenny, what is your final thought for tonight? What is some advice that you would give to our fellow listeners, to our men, our women? What do you have to tell them? Give them your final thought for tonight.
So, final thought of the night. First of all, thank you again for joining us. Of course, we love you. But topic, cheating. Best way to avoid it, not to do it. Simple. I'm so serious when I say that. Like, what you do, you don't understand what you do when you cheat. Mm-hmm. You're hurting not just yourself. You're hurting the wife that you have or the girl that you have. If you guys have children, you're possibly breaking up a home for the children. You're breaking the home that you're trying to create for your children. You're showing that it is okay, because all what children do is mimic their parents. So you're showing that it is okay to be in a situation, yet step out of your situation for your momentary satisfaction. That's not what we do. We're trying to raise decent human beings. And I say that loosely, but definitely decent human beings. And everything that is that we do, we need to know that it's being reflected. We need to know somewhere is looking at you, whether you think so or not. If you have any platform or not, if you nieces and nephews, it doesn't have to be your child direct watching you and seeing the way that you move. The last thing you want to do is say this is okay, because it's not. One, there is no justifiable reason at all. Oh, no worries, KG, but we did answer, so when we close up, you could go backwards and listen to the response to that question. But yeah, so there's no justifiable reason for you to cheat. No reason under the sun. And you know, we come up with some great excuse. My auntie died, I had to go cheat. Like we come up with some great excuses, but there is no excuse in the book that would justify cheating. None. And personally, if you feel you're going to cheat, if you need to cheat, if you feel it in your urgency to cheat, want to cheat in your body and your system, let the person you are about to cheat on go. Let them go. Because it's going to hurt you letting them go, but it's going to hurt worse when they find out that you're trying to substitute that person who's been with you for something temporary or something that you can't leave out of your system or something like that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You're causing more harm than good. Yeah. Let them go. And anybody who's been cheated on, speaking to the choir, definitely, it does hurt. But count your blessings. Count them. Because that's probably God telling you this is not the one for you. This is not the situation for you. That's exactly why he cheated, because I did not say this was for you. That's why you've been crying every 3 weeks. You have a scheduled crying session. Because this is not what you choosing this, and I'm letting you choose this because I'm a gentleman, says God. Mm-hmm. But but this is not what I want from you. And every time I try to pull him away from you, you sit there and cry at his feet to come back. I'm telling you, you don't need him, or you don't need her. You get what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying? Get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? Okay. So maybe it's not for you. Maybe, so count your blessings, although it's going to hurt for a while. And trust me, it's going to hurt. No sugarcoating. None. But at the end, when you get all of that dude out of your system, all of your system, and you can see that light at the end of the tunnel, hello, and you remind yourself, you self-proclaim that you ain't bad looking. Look at hello, I ain't bad looking. Somebody's gonna appreciate me. Somebody's gonna love me enough. I don't have to settle for it. This is something that's gonna be given to me. Right. Respect, love, compassion, affection. All that's just gonna be given to me without a fight. That's what love is. I ain't gotta fight for it if it's mine.
Amen.
Hello.
Amen. All right. Good talk.
Stop talking.
Awesome. Well, as always, guys, I am, very grateful, very, very grateful that you guys on YouTube and also on Facebook, watching and loving the conversations and the things and the topics that we come up with. Thank you for your support. And for everything that you are doing for us, especially those that are still thinking about or planning on contributing for our equipment, please do so. Let me know if you're interested in donating. I am definitely looking forward to that because we would really love to get some new equipment so we can have better lighting, so on and so forth, so we can make this a better and bigger platform for you, for your entertainment, your enjoyment, and also for the glory of God.
Yes.
So apart from that, here is my final thought for tonight. Okay. I've been on both sides of the spectrum. I've been the cheater and I've been the cheatee. I don't know.
The cheater.
Cheated on, right? So I've been on both sides. So I know what happens on both sides of this situation.
Right.
It is not something that is easily dealt with. It is not something that we can brush under the rug and keep it moving. Very often we think, okay, nobody's gonna know, nobody is going to find out, and we do this in a way where we have no respect and no reverence for God.
Yeah.
And this is where we go wrong each and every time, because we're hiding things from our mates. We're hiding things from our parents, we're hiding things from our pastors, but what we are forgetting is God is seeing these acts.
Yeah.
God is seeing your unfaithfulness. God is seeing you going into that hotel room. God is seeing you calling that person. God is seeing you deleting those texts. Those things that you do in the dark will come into
light.
Hello. So while you think you're hiding these things, eventually, people call it a karma. Karma comes back and gets you. I call it the Holy Ghost beat down, where the enemy comes in and he just exposes you. And it's unfortunate at times we get exposed to our mates and we find out about these things that you're doing. And then when that happens, we see exactly what the Bible says, that the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy.
Yeah.
So rather it is your relationship, your marriage, your family, those unfaithfulness, those cheating habits, those cheating things that we do comes down hard. And it destroys the very foundation of what God was trying to build for you. Exactly what God was trying to have for you. So now you lose your wife, you lose your husband, you lose your children, God forbids. But you lose all of that just for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes of fun.
2 minutes thing. 3 minutes though.
So when it comes to cheating,
jeez, give them the benefit of the doubt.
Be mindful of what you're doing, because it is more than just the act of the sexual contact or the emotional contact that you're
Yeah.
doing with the person.
It is.
You are destroying something that is bigger than what you can see at that moment. And the
Absolutely.
enemy knows how to do this really well. Pull this big wool over your eyes, and you can't see at that time. All you see is them big old tears, that big muscle, and whatever it is that I
I
don't
agree.
know,
Yeah.
the pretty eyes, whatever it is that entices you. That's what you see at that time. Because the enemy put this big old veil over your eyes. You can't see nothing.
Amen.
But stay under the promises of God. Stay under the covering. Stay under what God is saying to you, which is, this is what I'm giving you. This is what I've given you. Protect it.
Yeah.
Love it. Cherish
That
it.
covenant is serious, y'all.
Cherish it. Respect it. And then you'll see God just flowing in every aspect of that relationship. Hurt people hurt people. I hear that all the time. Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah. It's true. Miserable people like company.
But people that love each other don't hurt each other. You won't hurt me. And if I say I love you, I won't hurt you.
See how that works?
But if we're both hurting, we're going to hurt each other. So your unfaithfulness and my unfaithfulness will hurt you. But if I love you and I respect you, you'll see it works both ways. You'll get the same in return. So I will end with this, guy. James 3:16 says, "For where jealousy and selfishness, ambition exist, there will be disorder in every vile practice." Cheating, unfaithfulness is without a doubt a disorder, and it is definitely selfishness act. It's a selfish act against the person that you claim that you love. Mark 5:28, "But I tell you that anyone who looks at another woman lustfully has already committed adultery with her in his heart." So it starts with the eyes. It starts with just the most simple things. So work on that. If you work on that, everything else will follow. Just start there. Knowing that your eyes is the gateway to whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever you're looking at, your eyes is the gateway. Protect it. Protect it. All right, guys? So that is the show for tonight. That is it. I'm not
Cheaters.
going to say much about
Don't cheat.
much about going too deep into the cheating. We had a great show, KG. Again, thank you.
Thank you,
You was
KG.
awesome as always.
Thank you for your transparency.
Yeah, and you, I'm sorry if I hooked you just a little bit, but I promise I had more questions for you, but I didn't. But but thank you again for for participating. I so appreciate you. And guys, once again, if you need to reach us for any speaking panels, you need to reach us for any speaking engagements, please do so at walktalkwithnancy@gmail.com. And again, we are taking donations, guys. If you would like to donate to our Walk Talk, we are looking to get some equipment, some lighting and cameras and everything. So please donate to the Walk Talk show.
The information
is in the comments.
I posted it.
Please, go ahead and do that so we can get that ball rolling. And if you need to reach me for any business ventures or any services that and within my business that you would like to get in contact me for, you can do so at www.edendream.com. That is my website. in my other business, which is Credit Repair Company, you can contact me through my website as well at www.creditpowernow.com. And if you'd like to reach me or Jenny for anything else, you can do so at 305-910-7767. All right, anything else you want to say, Jenny? How can they reach you?
She gave
Follow
you all the
you.
outlets. She gave you all the outlets if you need any booking and anything like that, ministry work or what have you. Reach out to her at all of her at the Walk Talk with Nancy at gmail.com in the 305-910-7767. If you want to follow me personally on social media, I am on social media. Hello. You can follow me on Facebook. I'm like, what is this? Facebook at Jenny, my children's keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, my children's keeper is one word. Jenny is the first name. Or if you want to follow me on Instagram, wherever you are, you can follow me on Jen7389, Jen 7389 on Instagram. Now, last thing I did want to mention is this is our last week with our other group that we're in on Let's Chat for our back to school drive. I just posted also that information if you want to drop off any donations, if you want to send monetary donations. We are taking that so that we could provide children a way to go back to school without the struggle. Think about it. Yay. How many times y'all thought y'all was struggling when y'all was young? You gotta have the resources. Yeah, so
right.
give back to those who actually need it, especially now that we're adults now,
Mm-hmm.
and we can do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it, right?
Amen.
Hello.
Amen. Amen. Give
So,
and it will be given back to you.
Yes.
Pressed down,
shaking together and run it
and running
over.
over. It will be poured into your bosom. All right, guys.
So thank you.
A private invitation, guys. If you are looking for a place of worship and you do not have a church, please come by and give us a visit. My church is Kingdom Living United, and we are located at 1397 Northwest 74th Street. And you can look us up online here at kingdomlivingunited.org, and there as well you can give any donations. If you want to pay your tithes or anything like that, you can do so on that page as well. You can hit the link, give online. All right, guys, so thank you again so much for watching.
Share, invite all
love
of your
you
friends.
all.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, and we'll see you Wednesday, so make sure you like the Walk Talk page. Today's Sunday. So we'll see you Wednesday night, same time, 10 p.m. right here, Walk Talk with Nancy and Jenny.
Yeah, delete y'all friend girls. She ain't gonna shoot her shot with y'all. Y'all better cut that off. Bruh, I hope y'all picked it up. I picked it up. Telling y'all she.
Bye, y'all. Good night, everybody. Good night, you too.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Wait.